Microsoft announces an Xbox Direct like never before. Roblox takes online shopping to a whole new level, and a new Jackbox game looks to get spicy. I'm Ash Dixon, and this is Jinx News. As we step into the first day of May, the sweet smell of summer drifts ever closer, and so too do all the big gaming showcases. And it's just been announced that we'll be having an Xbox Games Showcase on June 9th, which will be immediately followed by a Direct for a redacted game. Ooh, what an enigma. Look at it. Orange hues, wolf graphics, a mysterious redacted name. It's the next Call of Duty. Black Ops Gulf War, to be exact. Which...
That's going in.
Which wouldn't normally be tied so closely to Xbox, but of course, this is the first year that we'll have a showcase where all of Microsoft and Bethesda and Activision and Blizzard is all mushed together in one big amalgamated mess. So other than Call of Duty, what's in store? Well, according to one source, Microsoft has a lot of games to show, which, yep, you would hope so. That's the whole point of a showcase. We of course already know about the likes of Indiana Jones, Avowed, and Flight Sim 2024, so I'm sure we'll get a more in-depth look at those, but it's the juicy reveals that I care about. After all, Xbox has basically collapsed this generation, and I want to see how they plan to pull it back. The actual event will take place in LA during the same week as the Summer Game Fest, and if waiting until then feels painful, well, the next load of Game Pass titles have been announced, which include Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, and most importantly, Little Kitty Big City, which I'm sure you'll all be very pleased to hear. Either way, what would you like to see from Microsoft this year? What are you hoping that Bethesda, Blizzard, and Activision pull out of the bag? Let us know down in the comments. Every day we venture closer into the technological dystopian nightmare that so many old sci-fi movies try to warn us about. But jokes on them, none of them were remotely accurate, because things are so much worse than they could have ever comprehended. Cue Roblox. And yes, it's a dystopian nightmare in its own right, but what's coming is very strange indeed. You see, Roblox is testing a new Walmart experience where you can shop around in-game and then have those actual physical items delivered to you. And yeah, this is basically just online shopping with extra steps, but I don't know how I feel about this. First of all, Roblox's audience is already pretty young and impressionable, and we've all heard way too many stories of kids taking mummy or daddy's credit card and buying way too many Robux. Imagine how bad things will get now that they can pick up their own quad bike, a fortress, and a Gauntlet 2 rifle fitted with a night vision scope. Yes, these are all things you can buy online at Walmart, and yes, good luck getting your card back when those will arrive with next day delivery. But despite all that, I do think there is one way where I could get on board. Imagine if they introduced a mad difficult obstacle course, and if you can complete it, boom, 10% discount. Yeah, I know that's just as dystopian, and yes, it would lead to even more disturbing situations. With parents like, you're not having dinner until you complete that Roblox course. Mummy needs a new laptop. Either way, it's hard enough to get your friends to actually just join your goddamn lobby without them having to be like, I'm just buying some milk.
Milk was a bad choice.
But man, back to the story, Roblox has just hit another low. If any other game was to introduce this, there would be outrage. How dare they add yet another way to rinse us of our cash when I just want to play games. But because this is Roblox and it's populated by children who don't know any better, it just slides. And just think about how messed up that is. The most toxic, predatory platforms in gaming are reserved for the youngest audiences, who will grow up thinking that this is all completely okay. Welcome to 2024, everyone. Another reality of 2024 is that channels like us have to use Patreon to keep things chugging along. No, we won't be sending you any firearms in the mail, but you will get access to a load of documentaries, gameplay videos, and more. You can also vote for people to eat terrible things. As someone not involved in that, please do your worst. Let's jump into some quick fire stories now. And first up, everybody's favorite way to waste time on the bus, Clash of Clans has introduced a slightly unusual new character to its roster of barbarians and baby dragons. That's right, it's none other than Norwegian footballer Erling Haaland. Now, this may seem completely random, but reportedly, Haaland is actually a massive fan of the game, having played it for over 10 years. In fact, it was Haaland himself that reached out to the developers Supercell to see if a collab could happen. Why else would anyone willingly allow this to exist? Either way, his Norse blood does make it rather fitting for him to be the barbarian king, and now you can either recruit him or raid his village and destroy everything he holds dear, which I imagine literally everyone will do unless you're a City fan. It's time now to sound the apology klaxon, as another developer has come out groveling because of their greed and stupidity. This time it's Battlestate Games, developers of Escape from Tarkov. Last week we reported that they decided to launch a PvE mode for the game exclusively behind a special edition that cost $250. Funnily enough, people got pretty angry about it, and now their COO, Nikita Boyanov, has apologized, saying he didn't foresee the backlash from fans coming. And I feel for him. Who could have foreseen an update costing 3 times the price of a AAA game not going down well? Man, being a gaming executive sure is difficult.
Oh, by the way, I was being sarcastic.
He said they will reverse that particular decision and make the game mode free, though due to server limitations, it will have to be a gradual implementation. Those who do buy the $250 edition will get a whole bunch of other perks instead, though what they will be is still yet to be confirmed. Last up, Jackbox is getting its first ever mature rated game. Called the Naughty Edition, it looks to be quite the vibe. It will come with 3 adult-themed experiences as opposed to the normal 5, which I'm assuming means it comes with a cheaper price tag, otherwise that really would be naughty indeed. And I'm interested to see what they do here, because the beauty of normal Jackbox is that any game quickly becomes just for adults by default. Either way, let us know if you'd like to see some of us here at the Jinx team give it a go when it comes out. Like, subscribe, comment a strange animal fact to confuse everyone who didn't watch the full video, and I'll see you on Friday.